Alright guys, got another video coming at you here this morning, brought to you by Bull Daily Sports. Today we're going to be talking about the Jaguars selecting Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall in the draft, and why you need to be patient with not only Trevor Lawrence, but with the Jaguars and Urban Meyer as a whole. I say this because look at what happened with Joe Burrow and the Bengals last year. Joe Burrow had every same bit of hype that Trevor Lawrence has had coming into this draft as he did last draft. I know his knee got turned upside down, split apart, ripped apart. They weren't all that good before he got hurt. I think they got a win and a draw, a win and a tie. They were not a very good football team. Is that Joe Burrow's fault? No. Is that Zach Taylor's fault? Maybe. But I'll tell you this. For example, DraftKings has the Jaguars as a win total. I laugh as I say this. The Jaguars have a win total 6.5. If you tell me that number is anything other than asinine, I question you as a sports fan, I question you as an intellectual, and I question you as a human being. They won one football game last season. One football game. They had a bad roster before they dismantled their roster to even put themselves in a position to get Trevor Lawrence. The team they had before they dismantled it to get Trevor Lawrence is absolutely worse than the team the Bengals had to get their number 1 pick. Now let me explain. They will not be good this year. I say they win 3 to 4 games. And you're going to see the first take headlines. You're going to see the Skip and Shannon headlines. Is Trevor Lawrence a bust? Mark my words, you will see that headline at some point this season, and we need to absolutely bury and chastise whatever media station has the nerve and the audacity to come at him for trying to lead this shit show of a team they're about to put out there. What do they expect? I mean, at 6.5, I know 7 wins doesn't get you in the playoffs unless you're in the NFC East. Sorry, Eagles fans. Sorry, Cowboys fans, but it's true. But that is an insanely high number. What they're telling me is the Jaguars picking Trevor Lawrence is worth 6 football wins. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. He's not playing Boston College anymore. He's not playing Duke anymore. And that's not to take anything away from Trevor Lawrence. Phenomenal quarterback. Maybe one of the best college quarterbacks of all time. But it's to bring you the point of there's going to be a lot of mistakes that you haven't seen from him in the past. He's going to have a couple of multi-interception games, something you've never seen out of him at Clemson. You're going to see some strip sack fumbles. You're going to see him miss throws. It's the lay of the land, guys. And the Jaguars, like I've mentioned already, they're a historically bad football team. They're not going to get to 6.5 wins this year. And let me tell you, brace yourselves, Jaguars fans. They may not get to 6.5 wins next year. This is a process in place. They have their man to lead them, not only with Trevor Lawrence, but with Urban Meyer. We're going to talk about him a little bit now. I know he hasn't been in the NFL, had success in the NFL, but what he did at Ohio State, what he's done at the other programs he's been at, he is the perfect man to lead this storm, to lead this rebuild. And I have a fear, the reason I'm hesitating here is I have a fear that he's going to be run out of town so fast. As sports fans in all sports, NBA, UFC, anything, you name it, we look for a blame right away. When it doesn't go our way, we look for a blame. And when the Jaguars are sitting here this season, 2021 season, at 1-7, the world is going to be on fire. Is it Urban? Is it Trevor? Is it front office? It could be a combination of all three. And I'll tell you what, if they jump ship on Urban Meyer, all that's going to do is slow down the development of Trevor Lawrence even more. Now, I will tell you this. What I love about what the Jaguars did is bringing in Travis Etienne. Not only because of the chemistry as a teammate, Him and James Robinson in the backfield is a dynamic duo. James Robinson, undrafted free agent out of Illinois State. Shout out to the Red Birds. He's a nasty bruiser back, and they can have ETN as the scat back. Get the ball to him in the flat and let him make guys miss. I could pull up highlight after highlight after highlight of him making 5 to 6 tacklers miss. A perfect addition to the team. Now what you do is you give Trevor Lawrence, you take some pressure off of him. Not by bringing in another offensive piece, but specifically in the backfield with him. Another running back when they had a stud standout running back. I think that's deeper than you guys may see at the surface. I think that's them saying, this isn't all on you. We don't expect you to do it all. You need help, and we're going to get you help. Do they have a great offense this year? I don't think so. Do they have a horrific defense this year? Absolutely. I'll tell you this. My last note on this. Trevor Lawrence will be a Hall of Fame quarterback if the Jaguars allow him to be. And what I mean by that is this. If they rush this process and he has 2 to 3 offensive coordinators in 3 to 4 years, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 head coaches in those same span of years, I'm telling you right now, Trevor Lawrence is going to look like one of the biggest busts of all time. He is going to the worst team that a first overall selection has ever gone to. Ever. But I'll tell you this. He's going to make some mind-boggling throws. He's going to make some mind-boggling errors, and we need to stay patient as football fans, as a Jaguar fan. You need to stay patient. Last note on this. How much better do you believe Trevor Lawrence is than these other quarterbacks like Justin Fields, like Trey Lance, like Zach Wilson, like Mac Jones? Do you think he's worth the 6 wins? I don't know. I don't think he's worth 6 wins this year. In the future, yeah, he absolutely will be. Coming into this roster, he's not worth the 6 wins, guys. And in the longest story ever, to break it down for you, the Jaguars will absolutely not get to 6.5 wins this year, and you can put your house on that. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please remember to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe for more daily sports content. Really helps us out a lot as we continue to grow. We'd love for you to be a part of it, and I will see you guys in the next one.